Hello students, today we are going to learn on Introduction to Services Operations Management. I, Professor Amruta Hippawakar, Assistant Professor, MBA Department, KK Wag Institute of Engineering Education and Research, Nasik. I would like to focus on how the evolution of Services Operations Management happened. So let's move on to the next slide. In this lesson, we will learn about services and its types, the evolution of services operations management, how the evolution has taken place, and servitization, characteristics and challenges in services. Coming to what is services. A service is any activity or benefit that one party can offer to another that is essentially intangible and does not result in the ownership of anything. It is defined by Philip Kotler, the marketing guru, as we see. So, a service is anything, that is, it is an activity or benefit that one party can offer to any customer or to another company that is essentially intangible. So, services are, some of the attributes are given here. So, services are attention, which is given to the customer, advice, any legal advice given to the customers, or such as legal advices that is given by a lawyer, so it is in service. Access, that is you are trying to access many services from many companies online, that is Google, Facebook and everything, so access it is, so it is also a type of service. Experience, that is you are trying to experience some of the things whenever you go to some stores or you go to an hotel, there if they provide you some complimentary dish, then it is an experience for you that, oh, I got a complimentary dish to me, so that is an experience. Even information comes into services, that is whatever information is provided, that also plays in part of services. Then comes is the affective labor, that is produces or modifies emotional experience, that is they are trying to relate the particular services with an emotional experience. Like you can take the LIC advertisements where you find that okay, they are trying to relate you emotionally, they are trying to attach to you. Even there are various examples like McDonald's, where a particular child will become happy if he is given a toy, so emotionally they are trying to say that you are an happy, you are a special child, right? So that is an effective labor, that is they are trying to provide service in that way. Next is, there are types of services. There are usually 3 types which are considered here. The first one is search, can evaluate attributes before purchase. So search is like you are trying to evaluate different attributes before you do a purchase. That is, you are trying to search. For example, if you go to buy a jeans in a mall, you have some attributes in your mind that okay, I want blue jeans, so and so, so and so and so and so. So these attributes, before, that is before you make a purchase, you are going to evaluate all these things and then you do the purchase. And the best example for this can be in Amazon, where different kind of brands are available, and based on this particular brands, that is you have a lot of options there, so you can evaluate all the options, and based on that you can search and you can decide which one you are going to purchase. The second one is experience, so can evaluate after experiencing it. So as I have given one example of hotel industry, similarly there are many of the things. Even we can consider DMart, where you experience that okay, the particular products are provided at very low price. So based on that particular experience, you go and tell to others that okay, oh, there is a good thing going on in that particular hotel. So you can go or approach that particular retail outlet, right? And based on that, the customers experience either it can be good or bad. So that is what is experience. That is, it is a type of service. The third one is the credence. It is difficult to evaluate this credence because it relies on reputation or expert opinion. As we say, usually a brand ambassador, that is Amitabh Bachchan, he does the ad, he becomes a brand ambassador of any brand if he trusts them. So it becomes, that is the thing. So reliance on reputation or expert opinion, here the services are judged, right? So these are the 3 types of services. The next comes is the example of service industries are hospitality or tourism, restaurant and food, entertainment, healthcare, information technology, financial services, transportation or distribution, telecommunication, marketing, administration, consulting, education, legal services. All these are kind of services provided by the industries, and customers are given more than what they expect. Next comes is the evolution of services operations management. That is how the evolution has taken place. That is transform customer experience, enterprise efficiency and effectiveness through operational excellence. For example, Walmart and Amazon. What they did is was like they have transformed the customer experience. They have that is they have included in that particular in their operations what exactly the services are expected by the customers, and based on that they have internally that even operational excellence they have achieved efficiently and effectively. So the best examples are Walmart and Amazon also. So Amazon, we can see that is the customers are feeling happy whenever they get the product before that is within 1 day or 2 days of when they order, which was not achieved earlier. It used to take 10 days, 15 days. So transforming the customer experience they have done. So even if you take Amazon, digitize operations to improve customer and employee experience. So that is Walmart where we have to go and purchase the things. Compared to that, Amazon what it does is that it has done the digitization of the operation. That is online you order, various brands are there, so that they are available to you at your house. So that is what it is improving customer and even employee experience too. Then make it transformational change. That is you are trying to change, that is you are trying to do a change in that particular experience of the customers. There are various examples for this too. That is you can take the example of Southwest Airlines. It's an American Airlines which was like what it does was like usually other airlines go for spoke and hub. That is that is one destination they do like if a particular plane starts from a particular place, it has deviations in between. That is they collect many people at one place and from there they divide it again. But rather than that, Southwest Airlines what it did was like it tried to provide customers that directly will be reaching to that particular point. For example, now if you consider Mumbai to Delhi, directly there are planes. There are no in between halts. So what happens is like customer wants that because they want to reach to their destinations very quickly. And what it did was like Southwest Airlines, this was a transformational change in their particular company. That is, they have seen that they had many trips and even there were many customers, and this increased the particular cost also the in cost effectiveness of their particular thing. And even they what they did was like they ordered plane of same size. That is one plane where only their models were only there were no small or big or so they have kept a uniformity in the plane size also, so that any pilot can drive any plane at any time. So this was the effectiveness they got, and even they paid a huge amount to that particular pilots. So you can see that it was trying to see the transformational change it was trying to do, which customer was expecting that they want to go to directly to the destination rather than going in between, having a halt to one place and again shifting their planes. So you can see that is the evolution of service operations management. With this example, I would like to say that operations management is gaining importance with help of the services also. Coming to the this lesson is servitization, that is moving from product centric to product and service bundle to a pure service offering. As you can see, there is an example, that is we are observing a tremendous change in this 2020 era. That is, if you are buying any product, you are not buying a product, you are buying the services too. For example, mobiles, you are buying that particular mobile, then again you are expecting an after sale services, you go and ask them for the repair services and everything. Similarly here, if you can observe in the diagram given, automobile companies, you are going and buying a car which is product oriented, you have gone for product, right? But when they gave you that automobile with 3 years of services, use oriented it happened. That is 3 years of services. We have become delighted. That is a car with a service. 3 years of service is provided. So product centric is moving to the service, and then comes is the once you are using, you have used it, you are going for the rent to Uber and all. Uber, which has utilized this particular strategy of renting the cars and carrying out their services. So that is, you can see that is from use oriented it has changed to result oriented. That is from tangible, that is a product, has been converted into intangible, that is product centric to product and service bundle. That is, instead of one product centric, it has become a product and service bundle to a pure service offering. It has converted nowadays. So you can apply this logic to all the products, because nowadays everywhere we are customers are expecting that they want service with whatever products they are providing. This is the characteristics of the services. So 4 characteristics of services are there. First one is the intangibility. That is, the result is a process or act. That is, intangible is it is. Services are intangible. You can't touch them, you can't feel them. It is inseparability. That is, you can't separate. Inseparability requires the presence of both customer and provider. That is, both customers and providers are there and they are inseparable. Then only that is the services are provided. That is, to experience that particular service, customer and provider both should be there at a time. That is the one of the characteristics. The next comes is the perishability. That is, it can't be stored. Yeah, so it is not perishable. That is, it is perishability. So cannot be stored. The next one is the variability. Customer provider interaction introduces variability. So that is, customer and provider interaction introduces variability. That is, even customer, whenever he has, there is a variability in that particular services. For example, after sale services. For example, you call to customer care, and according to the customer's requirement, the particular customer service provider, he changes the particular options. That is, he gives you the options based on your requirement. That is, he is variable. So variability is there. So 4 characteristics of services we have seen right now. That is intangibility, inseparability, perishability, and variability. Next topic is the challenge of services. That is service quality. That if you see, you can measure a product easier way than compared to the services. So it is more difficult to evaluate than product quality. Perception is due to expectations versus performance. Even there is a customer gap model where companies try to analyze what the customer's expectations are there and what exactly the performance of the company is. That is, you as a customer, if you go to a particular shop to buy something, and what exactly turns out to be the product or service provided by them, it is very different, right? And the services even offered are different. If a particular customer is answered very properly, the services, and then it turns out to be very well, right? So the perception is due to the difference in expectations versus performance. It is based on the service process, not just the outcome. So that is what, as it is very difficult to measure service quality, the importance of services operations management has evolved there. And as we have seen that the product and service blend is given in a product, that is, rather than a single product, you are getting a blend of product and services nowadays. That is why the importance of services operations management has been gained. Thank you.